So I would approach demand gen content strategy like this. It's really I've devised this kind of way of looking at it because often as a client or as when you're doing this, there's just too much to think about, and you're also just getting started, and there's just too many bits of content to make, and content is really timely, takes time to make. So what I would do is actually think about it like this. Firstly, we need to think, well, the most important part is we need in demand generation, content strategy is kind of key. And we're just using LinkedIn ads to distribute this content, right? So this is the way I'd look at it. Content, it's all about the content strategy. And I would work kind of like on the two extremes. And I would first start at the bottom of funnel content. And the bottom of funnel is really simple, the types of content we can do. So the content, I'd start with the bottom of funnel, which is, I'll go into a minute, then I'll go to the extreme, which is top of funnel, and then I'll start tackling the middle of funnel. And the middle of funnel is kind of where the majority of the work should be done over a longer period of time. And that's what's the most important part of a demand gen full funnel content strategy, especially with paid media and distributing this content with LinkedIn ads or even other advertising platforms like Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is. So let's jump in. Bottom of funnel is all about literally direct call to action. It's really do the demo, do the schedule, book a scheduled phone call, sign up to the free trial. This is bottom of funnel. And the ads are normally just single image ads. We don't need to get too fancy with the types of format. So we're just talking about a single image ad. We have a really clear call to action. The copy is very simple. We're basically saying, are you now ready to talk to us about this? And we're assuming that a lot of stuff, they need a bunch of touch points before. There might be a few people we can squeeze out who have literally never heard of you before and they're ready to, take that action, but it's really rare. So most of this is in a very much retargeting, 30-day retargeting layer of bottom of funnel content. Are you ready now to take that step of the action? And this is where all our work is leading to this point of like getting them to get the conversion of the action, which is the scheduled phone call, the demo, or the free trial. So it's very simple. I don't think we have to overcomplicate it. I would A/B test creatives and call to actions and the way we communicate the call to action. Is it called a demo? Is it called talk to our sales team? Probably not. But the way we communicate, that's really important. And sometimes you may want to bridge between then that next step. Do you want to speak? Maybe you want to frame that in a value given way. So for example, do you want to speak to our team? The call to action at the bottom of the funnel doesn't just literally be like, do you want to speak to our team so you can give us loads of money and sign up to our service? It could also be a bridge. It doesn't have to be, but it could be a bridge where you're actually offering value, like, okay, speak to our team now and sign up to a 30-minute call, and in that 30-minute call we're going to do this awesome analysis. We normally charge $1,000 for it, but we're going to give this to you for free because we're honest and we're hoping that this might lead to you becoming our client. So we're going to do some upfront work for you for free, and we're going to give you this value which we would normally charge $1,000+ for. So you can have that bridge. So for example, with me as a paid media guy, I might do an analysis of trying to understand a paid media strategy in a half an hour session, and I just give that in a report to them for free, for example. So they get some value from it, and they're more likely to, if you give them a little bit, they might become, sign up to your company, whether that's recruitment or whatever you're doing for them. Maybe that bridge is important to think about, but that's what a bottom of funnel ad is. Next, we have I would go to the top of funnel, and we'll get to the middle of funnel in a minute. Top of funnel, again, is quite simple. It's very much to do with, I would use video, carousel, or just a single image. Video is awesome because we're talking about we're trying to create retargeting audiences from the top of funnel. So the top of funnel is all about creating retargeting audiences. With video, with LinkedIn, we can retarget 50% or 75%. People who've watched 75% of the video or more, depending the length. If it's like a 5-minute video, it might be more like 50% retargeting. If it's, loads of people are watching it and shorter, then it could be a 75% retargeting layer, which then goes into the middle funnel. We're creating an audience that have warmed up the audience, and then we're pushing them into the middle layer, cycle that, get into in a minute. And basically that's awesome. Carousels are great because we can retarget carousels. It's like ungated document stuff. We can also gate it, but I'd recommend ungated stuff. And then The other one is single image to the website. So it's literally just like, hey, check out our website. You know, it's kind of high level. Have you considered LinkedIn ads? Very high level stuff. We're just trying to get people to the website so we can retarget the website as well. So those are the three formats I would use at the top of funnel. And the kind of thing that I would put at the top of funnel is kind of on the layer, there is problem aware, not solution aware, or, you know, not problem aware, not solution aware, not aware at all of the problem. There's problem aware, but not solution aware. And then there's, you know, they're kind of solution aware and they're shopping around. So I would focus the top of funnel probably at the level of trying to kind of communicate the problem. Like, what is the problem you solve? And really talking to an audience that might not even know the problem they have. So talking on that kind of level, and then just talking about the magnitude of problem. And like, if you go in saying, you know, this is the problem in the market, and this is how we're solving that market. This is our segment. This is what, you know, this segment of the market is solving it in this way, and we're part of that segment. So we're not even really talking about us as a brand yet. We're not saying like, we are amazing. That comes in the middle of the funnel. This is our social proof. All that kind of stuff that comes later. This is more high level, like, what is the problem that you are solving? This is the bigger kind of stuff. So we're talking on a more broad problem level. They might have you know, for example, for me, they might have a problem with demand and they're currently looking how to solve that. So I'm talking about, well, you can solve that by doing LinkedIn ads, because this is the service I provide. And this is why we're amazing. So you're talking about, you know, you're not talking about why we're amazing, but this is why LinkedIn ads are amazing as a market segment, not by why I'm amazing, but as my market segment. LinkedIn ads are amazing, and that you should go to paid social over paid search because of these reasons. Paid search has a roof and there's limitations, blah, 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 blah. That's the level I'm talking at the top of funnel. So I'm just gaining that interest. I'm going to be retargeting these people in the middle of funnel. So that's top of funnel kind of content. The final one is middle of funnel content. So middle of funnel is where the majority of the meat happens, and something we need to pad out over time. And as a skeleton, I would just start small and build this out over time. So with the middle of funnel, we should understand there's the problem aware, not problem aware nor solution aware, problem aware but solution aware, and then also just like aware of both problem and solutions, and even brand aware, where they understand the people in the market solving the problem. So we need to be having content on the full buyer's journey and the full each of those segments. So for example, we can bucket that out. So the first kind of content is problem, people who aren't aware of the problem, which is top of funnel stuff, but we need to have that in the middle of funnel. So we can use a lot of that top of funnel stuff also in retargeting layers. But if we create more, then talking about the problem, why is the problem important? Why should people allocate money and their budgets to this problem? You know, why should they prioritize this problem over other parts, you know, of their business, or they have problems? So that's, you know, each content piece should have one objective, and this one is talking about the problem and talking about why the problem is important. Another one next down this line is why problem aware but not solution aware. So they know they have a problem, but they don't know their solution yet. They don't know how to tackle that market, which market segment can help them. So I always give the example of, for example, someone who might be overweight, but they know their problem, but they don't know the solution. Should they join the gym? Should they get some kind of nutritional products, or should they hire a personal trainer? They don't know which segment of the market could solve their problem. So we need to come to them and say, hey, you should get a personal trainer over joining the gym, and these are the reasons why. The gym, you'll probably fail. Personal trainers, X, Y, and Z. These are the benefits of personal. So we're opening up people to the, allocating budget to solving their problem with personal trainers versus gym. Or it could be Google ads for me versus Google ads or LinkedIn ads or paying social. So a lot of people just plow loads of money into Google ads. For me, I'm trying to explain to them why Google ads is not the best place to allocate all their budget, and they should actually allocate a lot more budget to paid social. Paid social is way more scalable. We can hit people at different parts of their buyer's journey, etc., etc., etc. So that's the kind of content I would make for people who know they have a problem, demand, and why they should go to paid social. Again, we're not talking about me and Kin and my company. We're talking more generally about the market segment at that level. Then we go to the next level of content, which is basically we have buckets like social proof, like showing people through social proof. This might be in the form of testimonials, a single image ad, for example. And that single image ad is just like, could be like big quote, Kin is amazing, Phil's amazing for these reasons, with a picture of the person saying it from the company, awesome company they are from. That's like a testimonial ad, a single image, really simple. Or another one could be a case study. Look what we did. We took this company, they were at this point, and when they came to us, they eventually, 3 months later, these are the results we got. That's a case study. That can be in the format of a video. It could be a carousel document, zero-click document kind of ad, or it could just be a single image ad to a landing page where it goes more in detail about that. So that's, for example, social proof ads are really important. The second bucket I look into is processes. Show your work is really important. Show how you work, show what happens when people work with you, show your processes, and put that into like a video, again, carousel, or even back to your landing pages, but showing people exactly how you work, what happens when you onboard them, what is the process? Like, okay, we start with a strategy call. If you work with Kin, for example, you start with a strategy call, and then we do all this different work, and this is what happens. Then we go to call number 2, and by month 1, this is what we achieve. Month 2, this is what we achieve. Showing that work is really important, and people want to know and feel what it's like to work with you as a company. So that's the kind of video or content that I would produce there, and I think it's really important. Another one is demo video, ungated. So this ungated demo video is, again, showing your product and service in more detail. If you're a B2B SaaS company, it's really just showing the features and benefits of your company. Like, what are the features that can help? And you can maybe do even ungated demo videos, which are shorter, focusing on one feature at a time, which we can then target people and layer that targeting up. So each time they're getting one video, so it's not a 10-minute demo video, but each video can be shorter, like 1 minute, and focused on one specific feature that could help a specific type of client or specific part of your ICP, segment of your ICP. So that's demo videos. And again, as I said, formats are video, carousel, and single image. And I would also just layer tons of text ads because they're cheap and cost effective. We're also trying to get 0-click here. We don't really need them to be going anywhere. The point of demand generation is not to get leads, not to make them click somewhere. It's just to actually put our content in front of the exact right ICP. Because of LinkedIn ads, we have that power it's 0-click, a lot of it. It's ungated, not undated. And also to the website, clicking to their website so we can retarget. So that is a kind of big ungated content strategy, the way I would approach it if you're thinking about that within your company. And that's how I would approach it. And the most important, the two extremes are easier, but the meat that we can build out over time is the middle of funnel. And the reason is because I can retarget the same people over and over again over a longer period of time. And a lot of these people are not ready to buy now, but they might be 3 months down the line. So we need to be giving them constant content, making it fresh, talking about all the different elements that you have. And I love video personally, so that's a great one. So I hope this was helpful.